I was going to do the intro again, but this thing turned off again twice. Actually, it turned off on me twice. I'm watching you. So today we're just going to do the origin story. Now, yes, you're not reading that long. Yes, this is what we're doing. Yes, this is going to happen. But before we get into it, we need to go through the origin of Leatherface. It's before we actually get into the real deal of the origin. Before we actually, So, yeah. So, shout out to Looper. He's the one who actually, So, yeah, here's the best way to explain him, why he does it. And can hear this because I gotta take a piss. Okay, no. There you go.
With his first appearance in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface instantly earned a spot among the all-time classic horror movie villains. His story has become somewhat muddled throughout a series of sequels, prequels, and reboots, but don't worry, we're here to sort it out for you. Leatherface looks like the kind of monster that director Tobe Hooper probably saw in a nightmare, but he wasn't a product of Hooper's imagination. He and the rest of the cannibalistic Sawyer family were loosely based on a real person, serial killer and grave robber Ed Gein, who was known as the Butcher of Plainfield. Several residents of Plainfield, Wisconsin went missing over the years, and Gein was found responsible for their deaths. An investigation of his home resulted in authorities finding organs stored in jars and masks made of human skin. In the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface doesn't just wear one mask. He actually switches between a few, depending on the scene. Why does he change his mask? According to the late Gunnar Hansen, who originally played Leatherface, the masks were not just creepy accessories. They were actually the only way Leatherface could really express himself. Hansen said, "The mask really determined his personality. Who he wanted to be that day determined what mask he put on. So when Drayton comes home with Sally, Leatherface is wearing the old lady mask, and he's wearing an apron and carrying a wooden spoon. He wants to be domestic, helpful in the kitchen. At dinner, he wears a different face, the pretty woman, which has makeup." In the 40-plus years since the original film was released, different films in the franchise have explored slightly altered origin stories for Leatherface. The 2003 remake and its 2006 prequel, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the Beginning, offer up an interesting explanation. In this version, Leatherface was born disfigured from a skin disease, and his mother dies giving birth to him at work. Her boss doesn't care about the infant's fate, so he leaves him behind in a dumpster, expecting him to die. A woman named Luda Mae Hewitt finds him and takes him in as her own son, naming him Thomas. He's ashamed of the way he looks, so he begins wearing a leather mask to hide his face. This habit continues into adulthood, and eventually the mask practically became a part of him. Being adopted may have saved Thomas from dying in that dumpster, but the Hewitts aren't exactly a warm, loving family. Just like the Sawyer family in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they're a violent group of cannibals, and Leatherface is doomed to be one of them. Not every film featuring a young Leatherface depicts him as disfigured or diseased, though. The 2017 film, Leatherface, which specifically explores his childhood and teenage years, takes the story in another direction. We're introduced to Leatherface as a young boy celebrating his birthday. At his birthday party, his family gives him a chance to torture and kill a thief who tried to steal one of their pigs. But he doesn't want any part of the violent ritual, refusing to use the chainsaw. Throughout the film, his mother makes it clear that she'll make him one of them at any cost.
Yeah, so I normally in the last episode I went a full-on interview, but I'm gonna leave it off there because, well, you already know the real origin story of Leatherface, and a lot of people think he was fake for some reason. Now, in this origin, Izuku Midoriya does not suffer through a skin disease. No. In this one, Izuku actually suffers through hair color. He was bullied because his hair was pink, not red. Not green. Inko in this one is his sadistic serial killer as well. But Izuku is not really much of the killer. He doesn't really hang out with them that much. He mostly makes sure that his brother stays out of a lot of trouble, mostly because Leatherface respects Izuku, mostly because Izuku knows that he is mentally challenged in this one. He knows that he is special. But he also knows that Leatherface knows right from wrong. That's why in this one, Leatherface mostly looks for him for guidance, especially when his mother and father starts trying to attack him. Izuku in this one is not afraid to actually punch them or attack them. But he does not kill them, mostly because he only kills people that attacks him. Now in this one, Izuku wears a mask that covers his lower face. It doesn't cover his entire face. No, it only covers his lower face. He wears a helmet as well, but mostly to cover up his hair. Leatherface thinks that his hair is beautiful, and he's the only one that's allowed. And he allows his brother, Leatherface, to braid it sometimes. Or turn it into a little girly thing. Izuku's hair is actually pretty long, and actually it's pretty stubborn on how it is. And Izuku wears an apron, but it's made of leather. And not human leather, that's what you wear out. No, it's actually made from bear leather. It's actually made from something a little bit sturdier. Now his Dane axe, which you saw before you clicked on when you went to the community, that's his axe, but it's a little bit more worn and rusted. Mostly because he doesn't use it that often. And when he does, it's mostly just to defend his brother. Now, Izuku is a big, bulky bastard. Like, he's actually big as Endeavor, I'm gonna say. Now, in this one, Izuku is actually... He does speak. But he doesn't speak that much. He's mostly like a low-tone speaker. Now, Leatherface was bad influence, but he doesn't have skin disease. He doesn't have a skin disease either. But his family is abusive. And they are cannibals and all that. But Izuku mostly would go to the store because he actually works at a gas station. And he would actually bring his brother a Twinkie or something to read. So his brother can keep up and mostly doesn't go fully psychotic. So Leatherface does know his good and bad. And in fact, thanks to Izuku, Leatherface actually rarely wears his masks. Mostly because he mostly wears it just in case his family tries to fight him. But mostly will deal with him. Now, we start off with Izuku, who's now at the store, or working there. And the boss doesn't really care that much about him, mostly because he wears that big mask and he is bulky as hell. But he doesn't say shit because he doesn't want to end up dead. And he allows him to take a Twinkie because he pays for them. And he even allows him to take one of the magazines sometimes. Now we get to Izuku, who's now just walking home. Now his family doesn't really pick him up because, well, they know he hates them and despises them. When he gets home, he sees that Leatherface is being scolded by his mom, by Inko, who is trying to convince him that Izuku is bad until Izuku grabbed her and throws her off. Leatherface doesn't do anything because Izuku sees bruises on him. This is when Izuku just grabs her and just starts punching Inko in the face a couple of times, and then just starts kicking her out of the room. No, he throws her out. He throws her out, which hits the table. Now, in this one, I'm going to say Hasashi is also there, but this is when they just see his siblings, which is not Shigaraki, which are mostly just some random siblings. I'm going to say that. Now, Izuku goes back to his brother, Leatherface. They don't talk, but Izuku closes the door and locks it, telling the family that they're not coming out for today, and they deal with it. This is when Izuku, who holds out a Twinkie for his brother. His brother eats it, and this is when Izuku starts taking him to bed, and this is when he starts reading him a bedtime story. Now, you're probably wondering, what type of bedtime story he reads. Well, in this one, when he reads Peter Pan to him. When he got done reading Peter Pan to his brother and he could see that he's asleep, Izuku also takes a nap and closes his eyes. Now, the morning rises and Izuku hears banging on his door. Izuku gets up, puts on his apron, and pretty much walks out. Mind you, Izuku's shirtless. He doesn't wear a shirt. Izuku walks out to see his father, who he gives a look. Look, obviously symbolizing that he's giving his father's look like, my brother's asleep. This is when Izuku starts clenching his fist, and Asashi gets the warning. Hey, okay. Hey, look, son. I get it. You hate us. But I'm just here to say that breakfast is almost ready. You can... And this one, Izuku just closes the door. Or just close it on your father. We brought you into this world. You can at least show some respect. That's when he just locks it. Why do I even try with that kid? This is when Izuku sits down. This is when he sees that Leatherface is awake, and he just sees how irritated that his brother is. This is when Izuku takes off his helmet, and Leatherface sees the pink hair. They're showing that Izuku is allowing him. Yeah. When Izuku got done with that... Now, mind you, Izuku and Leatherface are technically teenagers. Now, when Izuku pretty much let his brother get done and changes his hair and making it all pretty, Izuku puts on his helmet. And this is when he tells his brother to wash his hands, but also because they're about to eat. Leatherface does that, and pretty much Izuku takes his dang axe because he got a feeling that they're gonna do something. This is when pretty much he walks out, and this is when he sees his mother. Leatherface hides behind his brother, and Izuku just stands there, looking intimidating and gripping his axe. Dinner's on the table. This is when Izuku lets his brother come with him, and this is when they just take their plates and head back to his room. Now his father would now the grandfather looks at them, but he doesn't say anything, mostly because he's old and weak. Mostly he would let his brother eat first. His Leatherface is concerned about Izuku because he doesn't eat. Not that much, anyway. Okay. Mostly because Izuku knows that this is freaking flesh, human flesh, and he knows that it's not good for his brother. That's why he would bring a Twinkie to him, because he knows that the human flesh is not going to feed him well. But this is when Izuku is thinking he had enough, and he thinks that his brother deserves better. Now, Leatherface does care for his brother, but he also cares about his family. And he knows that his family would try to kill them if they even try to leave. So Izuku decides that enough is enough. He reads his brother a bedtime story once again, but this is when he makes sure that he's asleep. This is when Izuku grabs his axe and walks out and closes the door. This is when he just goes to his mother's room along with his father's room first. And this is when he just puts the axe onto their throat and just slits it. Inko is now gushing out blood, along with Ashi, who is now just banging on the floor and literally just is now pouring out the redness. This is when pretty much Izuku comes across the old man as well and literally slams his axe to his head. This is when one of the family members tries to kill Izuku by grabbing Leatherface's chainsaw and use it on him. Now, Izuku is holding the chainsaw, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have a grip on it. He's trying to make sure that it doesn't hit him, and he knows that his Dane axe will break if he even tries that the chainsaw even hits the wood. Leatherface wakes up and hears fighting. This is when Leatherface comes out and sees that one of his family members is trying to kill his brother. But he doesn't know who to fight first because he sees dead Inko and dead Grandpa. He knows that Izuku kills them. This is when the chainsaw goes near Izuku's face and it's nearly about to cut it until Leatherface grabs his hammer and just slams it on the guy. This is when Leatherface grabs the chainsaw and pretty much just starts cutting him open. This is when Izuku's breathing heavily, but this is when Leatherface picks up his brother. This is when they start hearing sirens outside and know that that's the cops. So they start wandering away. But as soon as Izuku gets there, Izuku sees the fact that this is when they go to the basement and they just see people. This is when they come across one certain person. A little girl with one horn and a little boy. Izuku having flashbacks of when Izuku was in that cage. This is when Izuku grabs the cage and just rips its hinges off of it. And grabs the two kids. Now they think they're going to the butcher shop because they've been hearing screaming. But really, Izuku just kicks the door along with Leatherface and they just start running out. They run and they run. Now, this is when Izuku realized that their clothes are gonna be not known. Now, like I said, Izuku, in this one, Leatherface isn't really deformed either. He's just special. He actually is pretty good looking. Okay, along with Izuku. The reason that he saved the two kids is because one of them also has blue hair similar to has blue hair, and the other one is pink. Pink literally has pink skin, pink hair, and horns, and black eyes, and has golden pupils and black eyes. While the blue kid has one leg missing and has green and red eyes. This one he just starts walking, taking them. Leatherface also takes care of them. Now this one they enter their old shop, and the boss sees him, and he just sees their clothing. Izuku looks at him in intimidation, and this one the boss is like, nope, nuh-uh, nope, no, I'm not dealing with you. Here, this one he gives him a backpack, so he can take the food, because he knows who his family. This one he says, you did the right thing, killing your family. Izuku gets a look of surprise that someone knows who he is. This one, take as much food as you want. It's on the house. This one he starts taking him. And also, Izuku remembered to bring Leatherface's bedtime storybook. And it starts bringing more and more into it. This one they bring, I'm going to say 12 months worth of food. Mostly it's Twinkies, candy, chips, because it's a gas station. There's not going to be healthy food. It's a fucking gas station. We both know there is no such thing as healthy. Ow! Hit the wood on my fucking hand. Like I said, there's no such thing as healthy food in a gas station. Even if there was, I'd be surprised. When Izuku walks down to... Is this when Izuku starts walking to his new home with his brother? This is when his brother starts reminiscing on the things. But when they pretty much start reading bedtime stories, Leatherface actually is becoming more and more caring. When Izuku Midoriya literally starts seeing other people. This is when Izuku, who pretty much sees some cops. Now he knows that the cops are gonna try their best to attack him and his brother because, well, they know who he is. But that doesn't mean that they don't know. But that doesn't mean they won't be hesitant to attack him. So pretty much they hide in the woods a little more. When Izuku gets done, when they start hiding him more, this one pretty much lets the cops go, oh, and leave. When pretty much they disappear, Izuku nods, and this is when they just start leaving. Because, reminder, they're technically wanted criminals. So when Leatherface and Izuku, who managed to get out of there, this is when they just see Izuku start walking out. Now, when they get there, this is when they just hear, hey. This one Izuku and Leatherface looks at them. Do you have names? This is when they both nod. Izuku pretty much walks up and starts writing down his name with his axe. Izuku. Thank you, Mr. Izuku. And who's that? Is that your brother? He nods. Huh. Well, at least you two, thank you for saving us. He nods. This is when pretty much they start walking out more. When they get further in, then they manage to actually leave the countryside. Indeed. So, what now? I mean, we can't really... I mean, you two can't even leave. I mean, what if they attack you two? He just shrugs. Well, maybe we could take the train? I mean, I doubt they'll even notice us. He pretty much nods, along with his brother. When they start walking to the train station, they don't really do anything bad. When they get to the train and they manage to get on it, this is when they see that the train is going to, I'm going to say, Britain. Now, pretty much this is when Izuku does his usual, reads him a bedtime story. When Izuku got done reading them their bedtime story, hurry. This is when Izuku just waits out. Now, pretty much this is when Izuku comes across a dog who starts barking. But as soon as he sees Izuku, he immediately goes, arr, 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 arr. Now, when the train stopped at Britain, and he starts walking out with his brother. When he walks out with his brother, they come across this forest. Because number one, they need some place to stay. Now, when Izuku literally got there and just see he's this weird mansion. He doesn't let his brother go near it though, because he does not trust that damn thing. Now, this is when they just hear, "Go to sleep." But before whoever said that could even attack his brother, or him in fact, And Izuku grabs the guy by the shoulder and grabs the guy by the throat. And just slams him down. And pretty much put the Dangax to the guy's throat. Can we talk about this? Next thing you know, Izuku decapitates him. I'm in front of them. This is when Izuku starts walking out. With his siblings. But next you know, this is when Leatherface catches the eyes of a certain man with a pale face. Actually, no, he has no face. This one they just hear, "Hello, young one." This one Izuku gets his Danax ready. "Peace. I am no danger to you. Or to your friends. Or your brother, in fact. Peace." Izuku does not let his guard down, but he lets the guy near him. "Greetings. I am Slenderman. And the person you killed worked for me. Now, I already know that look, you were just defending yourself, and I can respect that. You have family to care for. So, how about we make a deal? You see, I need some strong workers. And I can tell that you two are literally well, tired. It is obvious that you two didn't really get that much. So, and we are willing to let you stay. This one he just sees his brother that is very tired, along with Mina and obviously Ida. He looks at Leatherface, but then he looks right back at his back. They both look back at Slenderman and they nod. Splendid. Good. Follow me. When I get to the house, anywho, welcome to my home. This is where you will be staying as long as you want to. Ooh. This is the people that works with. Anywho, this is where you'll be staying. I hope you appreciate the the home. It's not much, but it is where we are. This is Eyeless Jack. Yo. Oh, wait, I thought we're not looking for people. Well, this big guy, he points at Izuku, managed to kill Jeff the Killer. So... Ooh, ah. Wait, he actually managed to kill Jeff? How? That's the thing, I have no idea. Yeah, he just managed to. This, it, right there, is Ticking Toby. And the person over there, that is, well, pretty much having some food. Are you eating on the couch? No. This one Slender realized he was covering his brother's ears and just gives Sunday a nasty look. Got it. I already know what not to do. Ooh, I will try my best to keep my voice down. My apologies for startling you. Anyway, that's Lulu. Ooh. Lulu waves her hands. And that is Ben, known as Ben Drowned. Izuku raises an eyebrow. Oh, I know that look. That is Laughing Jack. Hello. He immediately puts Leatherface in there and behind him when he saw him. What? I think he doesn't trust you. Why would they not trust me? I think it's the clown thing. Relax, I'm not gonna kill your siblings. Sheesh, that was a growl. Oh, So, why are they here in the first place? They managed to kill that man. That one managed to kill Jeff the Killer. That is unexpected. And the girl and the dog that is right next to your brother. The dog that is smiling creepily, who is next to the pink one, who is allowing her to pet. That is Smiling Jack. You don't have to worry much about her. And don't worry much about him. He's actually pretty friendly with Lee. Man, this guy has major trust issues. Okay, can you speak by any chance? He nods. Then can you tell us your names?
The name's Izuku. That's my brother. And that's Mina and Ina.
I see. Over there is Sonic EXE. And Pikachu EXE. He looks at them like, what the frick? Yes, you'll get that a lot. Over there, and pretty much over there is Masky. He looks at Izuku and doesn't know what to say. Hey. Are you okay? I know that guy. You do? Well, not him, but I know his brother. That's, what was his name? Leatherface. Yeah, that's Leatherface. Hey, I'm just... Well, here's the thing. Does your brother have a name?
Jackson.
Jackson. Okay, then. We will call him Jackson. If that's okay with you, Leatherface. He nods. Good. Good. You don't have to wear that mask. Oh, I get it. And, by the way, the guy over there is Hoodie. You will get to know him pretty well. Now, here's the thing. Are you okay with your siblings killing?
Not the little ones.
Okay, so the little ones are a no? Oh, and the girl over there is Clockwork. And that one over there is Judge Ali. Lee, you already, probably already know her. And yeah, that's about it. Now, I do have some ground rules, but I can tell you are a little bit tired, and you two look like you haven't ate. And I can tell by that face, you're probably expecting us to expecting some type of crappy, probably some human flesh, are you? I get it. You don't want your brother to... I understand. What's wrong with human flesh? Here's someone he just looks at Eyeless Jack and gives him a warning look. Okay, sheesh. Itch. This one, Matt Freddy's thinking, why does his aura feel familiar? Have I met him before? This one he sees a girl in the corner, hiding. Oh, that's Zero. Oh, she's also new to the people. That is Nina. You already, probably already know her. So you two have met?
Yeah. She tried to kill my brother.
Ah, so that's why she's missing an arm, isn't she? Hey. That explains a lot. Well, anywho. We hope you actually appreciate your home, and like we said, don't worry, you don't have to worry about eating human flesh, because we do cook normal food, because, well, not all of us are cannibalistic crazies. He's unlike certain people. Does your brother cook?
He can cook a good liver.
Oh, he can actually cook liver, okay. So... oh, that's about it. I hope you get along with the people. There's a lot of more people, but you'll bump into them here and there. But I will have to ask you guys to do some tasks. It won't be big, just making sure that... what do you think of people?
Depends who you want me to kill.
Okay, here's the. You don't have to kill good people. Believe it or not, we only kill bad people. It's Zorgo you have to worry about. He kills good people. We only kill bad people. You know, rapists, pedophiles, all that. The heroes think that we killed them. They start calling us the League of Villains, and they think I have a quirk called All for One. And we do take in people who have quirks. Right there, right there is Shigaraki. He also works for us. And I know that look. Like I said, don't worry about stuff. Off. Anyway, I will show you all to your rooms. Are you okay sharing a room? He nods. Good. This is when he shows him the room. Here you go. Oh, this is your room? And this is when he starts thinking, God dang, these guys are huge. Especially the big guy with the mask. He's thinking about, not a Leatherface, but the other one. Huh. That's Izuku. I wonder how the others are. Well, anyway, this will be your rooms, and I see you brought a schrock load of junk food. Hey, you were on a train. I'm not mad. This is when he starts giving them chips and some food. Ah, you don't trust us yet, so you're not gonna eat our food because you think we'll poison you. Is that right? He nods. Well, I will still bring you to some food, if you four, actually. And mind if I see about the young boy about his leg? Okay. Okay, I am going to close the door. Do not worry. That's when the Slender Man closes the door, and he walks downstairs, where he doesn't hear them, and he just says, Holy fuck, that guy's aura is not right. Mr. Slenderman, what's wrong? That aura around that one kid. Which one? Izuku, the bigger one. Or one, the more buff one. Yeah, his aura. I recognize it, but I don't know what it is. I need to go to Evil and see if he recognized that aura. What? You think Zorgo is probably not? What did I say? No. Zorgo is probably thinking it's just some guy with a quirk. So probably not. Remember, people are starting to lose thinking that creepypastas are, well, a myth. They're starting thinking about that. Why would they think that? Well, we're losing, you know. Oh, right. But don't worry, we'll get some of that back. They always do. What about, what's his name? What do you mean? Sally, did you tell her that? Ah, fuck. I did not. I wasn't really thinking on that one. Well, might as well tell him now, because if you think about it, yeah, I'll look into it. But you gotta help. Help? Help on what? Well, for starters, you recognize them pretty damn quick. You have any idea who they are? I know that one you saw, what's his name? Yeah. I know that's Leatherface, no denying that. But as for the other guy, I have no fucking idea. Yeah. You don't recognize him at all? No, not one bit. He looks familiar, but I wouldn't really, got it. But I would recommend keeping an eye on him. We don't really know much about them. And that aura you mentioned? Yeah. That looks fucking familiar. So you sensed that aura before? Yeah, but I don't know from who. Why not ask Sonic? He's old. Who you calling old? You. Alright. So, what is it? That aura. You recognized it? It feels familiar, but even I don't remember it. Besides, maybe... No. Oh, probably not. Okay, what's your idea? It could be from... a certain someone that I know. Someone old. Someone very old and very powerful. How powerful are we talking about? Very. Could have been from anyone. Remember, the timelines weren't really like it is. So, as for your answer, I have no fucking idea. Yeah. So it could have been from anything or anyone. But it would be wise to go to evil. I didn't really get a good feel of that aura, but I got a feeling it's wise not to attack them. Agreed. I'm gonna go bring them some lunch. Aren't they? I thought they ate. No, they're eating Twinkies and chips. For lunch? The big guy, Izuku, does not trust our cooking. I can't say I blame him. If I remember the Leatherface's family, or Jimmy, but he likes to be called, they're cannibals. But I could tell he's been getting his nutrients, but mostly from sugar. Hopefully this will gain a little bit of their trust. Wait, who was the one cooking today? Oh, that was Eyeless. You know what? Maybe it's wise just to make them a sandwich. Or it could be wise wait until you start cooking tomorrow. Yeah, that's actually probably wise. Nice. Besides, they look like they had a truckload of chips. Family size, too. With Izuku, who is just sharpening his axe somehow. Nighttime comes, and he's just awake, waiting for something to happen. This is when he looks in the mirror, and some girl is coming out. This is when the aura gets stronger, and immediately the girl goes back into the freaking mirror, horrified. This one, Slenderman wakes up, feeling that aura. I'm awake! There's that aura again. It feels so bloody familiar. It's definitely not Cthulhu. Even his aura is not that old. Then where is it from? I know I sensed that aura before. The one time I know an aura and I feel like I know it, but I don't. Ugh. This is stressful. This is stressful. Oh, think, Slendy, think. No, you reckon I... Is it? But why does it not feel familiar? Could it be... Ugh, great. Now I'm never gonna get any sleep. Why do you release that much aurora? What happened? With Izuku, who is pretty much now all staying up. In the morning time, I'm when everyone's awake. Well, aren't we awake? Well, I noticed that there was an aurora around, and I noticed that you were... doing something last night? Did something happen? Some girl tried to come in and do something. Ah, I know who you're talking about. That would be Ilulu. She's not used to this YouTube being there, so that's going to happen sometimes. Nice. But after that Aurora, I think after your bloodlust incident, I doubt she's going to pull that stunt again. She better not. Well, anyway, see, my name is... You already know me. This one he just sees some one going near his going near someone. Hello, gorgeous. This one he's going to see. He's another Slenderman? Oh, that's my brother. Hello! This one popped up in front of Izuku and he nearly swung his head off. Splenderman, please do not go near him yet. He is not used to us. He's new. Oh, my bad.
Don't do that again.
Got it? Oh, aren't we a grouch? That's Aura. I know, it feels familiar. I'm going to Evil to see if he can recognize that aura. He probably sensed it more than once by now. Don't you think Zorgo might sense it? No. We know that aura, we just don't remember where it's from. Don't know why. Anyway, pause break. Okie dokie, I am Baki. Now, with Izuku... Oh, that reminds me. I know you don't trust us yet, but we need... My men are out and... Please? Technically, we did let you in our home.
Try anything.
I know, you'll beat me up. Up or kill me, believe me. I do not feel like having that in my head. There's a group of thugs who's been attacking children in wandering in my woods. I need you to take care of them. You could be discreet, or you could do it brutally. It's really up to you.
Got it.
This is when Izuku starts walking out. Aren't you going to interrogate his brother? Heck no, I'm not. Heck no, I don't want to. I don't have a death wish. I mean, I'll go to the kids, but are you going to try to eat them? Did you see the aura coming off of that guy? No, thank you. Besides, I don't have a death wish. And I'm trying to be a good creepypasta. Truth be told, I'm sick of evil. Okay. This one he starts walking until he hears, "Hi!" Izuku looks up to see Ticking Toby. What are you doing?
Your boss told me to kill some thugs.
Ooh, can I come?
Sure, the quicker the better.
This is when they find the thugs and they see them raping some kids. Izuku don't even hesitate, charges at them, literally grabs the guy who's fucking the girl and just slam his face into a tree branch. This is one guy tries to shoot Izuku, but Izuku... who takes the bullet like it's nothing and literally grabs his Dane axe and just slams it so hard to the ground on the guy he cleaves him in half. This is when one guy tries to sneak up on Izuku, but Toby comes up and just decapitates the guy. You're welcome. This is when he grabs one of the guys and throws him into a fire and starts letting him burn to death. Now, one of the guys tries to shoot Izuku, but Izuku throws his Dane axe, which hits the guy right in the stomach, and then Ticking Toby just slams his axe on the guy's neck. Wow, we make a pretty good team. We're axe buddies. This one, Izuku just takes his Dane axe and just walks away. Not much of a talker, are you?
No. I only talk when I'm giving my brother bedtime stories, along with the other two.
Aw, you do have a soft side. Okay, never mind. This is when Izuku throws a machete that nearly hits a tree next to Ticking Toby. Okay, never mind. I'll keep it a secret. This is when Ticking Toby's thinking, holy crap, that guy's horrifying. Note to self, do not piss him off. With Izuku, who comes back. You're back already?
Job's done.
Man, that was quick.
I need to get to my brother. He's worried.
Brotherly instincts? This is when he opens the door and sees his brother, who is pretty much just playing patty cake with the kids. This is when Leatherface just waves at him. Izuku waves back. This is when he just takes off his helmet. This is when Leatherface and Mina just looks at his hair. You have pink hair like me. He nods. Mind if I... He nods to let him braids it. This is when they say, hey, actually, this one they hear a knock on the door.
What?
I brought you some food. Mind if I come in?
Sure.
This is when he comes in and Leatherface Izuku with pink hair. Nice hair. Izuku gives a look of surprise. Oh, you expected me to pick on you because you have pink hair? Dude, it's pink hair. That's actually kind of cool. And also, I'm envy. I wish I had hair. Yeah? Izuku just shakes his head and it has his eyes up like, oh boy. Well, anywho, here is your, well, you know. This is when Izuku pretty much just... Yeah. All right. All right. Now, Izuku pretty much, this one Slenderman says, thank you for the job. Thank you for taking care of them, by the way. You did it quite quickly, too.
Don't we have to worry about the bodies?
Oh, no. There's gonna be some scavengers that pretty much take the corpses and eat them. So, anywho, as I said, thank you for taking care of them. And here's some spaghetti. Izuku sees it and sees the meatballs. They're not made of human flesh. They're made from... Is your brother vegetarian?
No. Any of you kids vegetarian?
No, nuh-uh. But I don't think I want to eat meat still, after the butcher shop.
Leatherface, can you eat the meat so the kids can eat the noodles?
Uh-huh. Wait, he could speak?
Not that well.
This is when he eats the meat and leaves the noodles. Thank you, Mr. Leatherface. He gives a thumbs up. Huh, that's nice of you. But why do they not want to eat human flesh?
You already know my brother's family reputation, don't you?
Ah, fair point. That actually does make sense. I can't really blame them. I've seen how they do their work. Ugh, I don't even blame you. Next time I'll just make some ramen.
Ramen, what's that?
Ramen is just plain noodles. Noodles with a couple of seasoning. You can add anything in it. I'm gonna have to look up that cookbook again. I'll just bring you some ramen, okay?
Fine.
By the way, that aura. Izuku looks at him in confusion, like, what? Okay, you probably haven't noticed it, but when you release an aura, it feels like Dragon Ball.
What's Dragon Ball?
Ow! Do you not have a TV?
What's a TV?
I forgot you live in the countryside. Well, it's you know that big square thing you saw in the living room?
Yeah.
That's a TV. I'll let Eyeless Jack explain that one because number one, it's well, it's more of a him thing. He knows more about this shit than I do. Oh. This is when Izuku sees, hey, Izuku, look what I found.
Huh?
This is when he sees Mina with a little doll that has two tails and a little thing in the middle. Can I keep it?
Sure.
This is when Slendy Man gives that doll look like, oh, don't you dare! The doll just senses Izuku's aura, and he's like, oh, I better be a good boy. So yeah, anywho, thank you. You're welcome for the meal. Bye, Mr. Slenderman. Bye, you too. Ooh. This is when he walks downstairs. This is when Sonic EXE pops up. Hey, have you seen Doll's Tails? He's with Mina. Why hasn't he? Because that's Izuku's kid, you idiot. Oh, right. Where's Ben? Oh, he's in his room. This is when Izuku hears crying in another room. When the brain stops, this is when he checks on the other guy. He opens it to see Ben just crying a little bit. This is when he taps on his shoulder and Ben looks at him, and he just sees the branded peak hair. Nice look, big guy. This one he just brings him into a hug.
Let it out.
Ben starts crying on his shoulder until the point he fell asleep on Izuku. Izuku starts bringing him in, and pretty much this is when he allows him some fun. He reads them bedtime stories, and Ben just feels comfortable in Izuku's arms. This is when Slenderman sees that, and he's just thinking, that is precious. Sheesh, Izuku's a better father figure than me. His voice, though, is a lot more intimidating than mine. I can only imagine how many humans must have ran away. Yeesh. Yeesh. Oh well. This is when Masky walks up to a Slenderman. Yes, we have another report of bad people. Who's on that one? Ben's supposed to be. Where is he? Oh, Izuku's helping him. Huh? With the murder, or Ben had a mental moment? Oh. Wait. Where's Sally? Oh, shit. He's not near them, is she? I don't think so. Now, with Izuku, who is pretty much staying awake. Now, he lets Ben sleep on his side of the bed, even though it's made for 3 people. This is when Izuku just sees someone coming out of the window. This is when Izuku looks at the window to see some creepy-ass creature. He waves. Aye. This one Izuku holds up a finger like one moment, and this one Izuku grabs a corkscrew. He grabs it and just stabs it in the creature's eye. It screeches, and next thing you know, it just falls on the ground. This one Leatherface wakes up. Huh? And this one he just sees Izuku, who holding the creature by the arm and just starts crushing it. Oh! This one Leatherface immediately takes the kids and Ben out of that room. What's wrong? This one Leatherface continues pointing at his room. Ooh, what is in the room? Oh! This is when he just sees his brother with a cleaver and just start skinning the poor creature. This one he just closes the door. Good thing we have an extra guest room for you two to sleep in. When they get to the other guest room, they have to fall asleep. When Sunday closes the door, it says, "Sweet Cthulhu." What's wrong with that? Sweet Cthulhu. Oh, that guy isn't gonna be a menace. When he opens the door, Izuku, are you done? And he just sees a perfectly skinned rake. How did you?
He one of your men?
No. That's the rake. He does not work for me. He works for Zorgo.
Oh. Zorgo? Who's that?
Yes, I forgot. You're new to the dimensions of demons and all that. Zorgo is a creature from the dimension. He explains the creepypasta of Zorgo.
Is he gonna be a problem?
Maybe it's really up to him if he's gonna be dumb enough to piss him off. Now, why don't we take care of that by scrubbing out the blood?
Okay.
When they get done cleaning, and Izuku just yeet the corpses out. Oh.
What time is it anyway?
Oh, it's around 6. Ow, wait a minute. Did you get any sleep last night?
No. New territory. New smell. You know the usual.
Gotcha. Well, you don't have to worry about that here. We don't, well, you know. When everyone wakes up and Leatherface gets them ready, this is when Ben just pretty much, he's now just with Izuku. Okay, so this is called a PS5, and that's how you use it. Izuku just looks at this thing and like, this is stupid. Well, you're gonna have to learn something just in case if you get bored.
That's what books are for.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have that many books. Only Slenderman has the good books, and he doesn't let that many people read it. Now, here's the other thing. I know you don't really do much of any of this, but in this one, you're gonna have to learn about this.
Well,
that's how you use your thingy.
Thingy?
Yeah, your thingy. When I mean thingy, I mean literally your what's the best way of saying it? This. Yes, your remote. This is how you use your remote. This is how you actually control control it and how to use your video games on it. This allows you to actually use other and pretty much play video games, but judging by you, you don't really play video games, do you?
No.
Well, that's what you don't have to worry about that much here. Here's the second thing.
Huh? Second.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. There's the video games you play. You can play For Honor. That's what we normally would play. Especially Eyeless Jack. He likes playing that. There's Diablo, The Path of Exile, which Jeff plays, but you killed him, so we don't have to worry about that game anymore. Skyrim, God of War, Mortal Kombat 11, Payday, and other games. There's also Borderlands. The second one is the best one. The third one is pretty much just very glitchy, and it's a bitch to play. Like any other normal game that you would play in this game. Alright. Alright, Izuku. You good?
Yeah. This is just... Seriously?
Well, like I said, you're gonna get a lot of those. But luckily for you, there's more, but like I said, there hasn't been that many people that actually play these type of games. Especially, there's Days Gone, which is not a bad video game. It wasn't so damn difficult to work with. And I gotta worry about hordes of those bastards. And that's actually about it. You don't have to worry about anything else. Oops. Do you have any questions about?
No. I need to get back to my brother and check on him.
Okay. Now, over the past years, I'm gonna say, Mina and Ida are now in their 20s, and they even started dating some of the creepypastas. Ida started dating Clockwork, and Mina started dating Eyeless Jack. Izuku found someone in bed drowned, while Leatherface started dating let's make a good one for Leatherface. Let me check. Let's see. What's a good one? I'm gonna say some random creepypasta. Lulu? Yeah, I'm gonna say Lulu. Oh. And they've pretty much been doing what you expect from creepypastas. They pretty much just kill some bad people. The My Hero Academia don't really do much because the heroes are too corrupted to care. So pretty much the creepypasta has been doing more of the good than the evil. Well, than the heroes have been doing it. Slenderman pretty much approved of them dating. In fact, he pretty much led the wedding. Yeah, except Ben. Ida is a little distrustful, but he gets used to him over time. And yeah, that's about it. This has been the one shot of What If Deku Was Leatherface's brother. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This has been Dunkle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and I'll see you in the next vid.